State Park.
This is our campsite.
In,
It's just beautiful here. There's our van all loaded. We're in Tennessee. Right over there there's a little pavilion. This is where we saw the turkeys this morning, right by our van, right there. And there's our water across the street. And there's the bathhouse, and we're all alone. There's hardly anybody in the park. It's just a beautiful spot. And Lois is going to be ready in another 15-20 minutes. She's got to put the other shoe on. This is the beginning of the park. The Sutherland Sugarlands Visitors Alton Campground. And this is a little stream that's coming down, going through the Elk Mountain campgrounds. Happens to be raining today. I'm sure the focus is going to be off here. And we'll get back on it here. And here's our little camper. Well, this is going to be our campsite for the night. Nice, right by a nice little stream. I have a little noise of the stream all night. Honey, shut that motor off. That's what we're going to hear all night. Beautiful, beautiful area. Here's our camper right here. We're ready to go. Now we're going to go on a little tour. Now what kind of deer this is, but it's deer. It's like a moose deer. Clouds are right in the trees. There's an old cabin in here somewhere we're going to see. This is the road up to the cabin that we're going to see. What's the name of the cabin, honey? Turn around. Answer me. What's the name of this cabin? This house dates back, I don't know how many hundreds of years, and we will know what the name of it is when we get back to the car, seeing as how we both have CRS and can't remember the name of the thing. It's on our map. These people used to be able to live here. And when the state took over, they evicted them. This is the view they had from their porch. What a view. Right up in the clouds. Couple old cedars. Dogwoods out the back door there. The cabin we were just at was John Oliver's cabin, oldest log cabin in. Here's a view of the mountain in the clouds. There's some deer right on the side of the road here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4. Heaven knows how many more there are here. I see 5 now. There's a turkey over there preening himself. Going to go flying away or not? I don't think so. He's preening himself. This is an old primitive Baptist church in the Smokies.
At Caves Cove.
At Caves Cove. This is the Methodist church it's still in existence here in the Smokies.
Cemetery behind.
And then the cemetery is back there. This is an old primitive Baptist church in the Smokies.
At Caves Cove.
At Caves Cove. This is the Methodist church it's still in existence here in the Smokies.
Cemetery behind.
And then the cemetery is back there.
Look at the rocks inside.
Yeah. Mountains are coming out of the clouds a little bit here. We're a beautiful area. This is the Mission Church of Caves Cove.
Established in 1827.
Yeah. And there's the cemetery back there. Hi, dears. Hi, dears. 1, 2, 3. Where's the rest of them? Hey, what kind of deer are you? This is old Dan Lawson's place in the Smokies. Cape Cove. There's my darling. This is the Tipton place. I don't know what he's got over there, but kind of like maybe they kept his tobacco in there or something. I don't know. On this side of the road is a house. Kind of a neat little house. 7-bedroom house.
Can't get it fast enough.
That's one big boulder. Oh, okay. It's coming from everywhere. Coming from there, it's coming from there. Coming from there, and there, and there. That's all right, don't worry about it.
Get the flowers so
registered so we can go in like we know what we're doing. And maybe we got supper on the grill. It's about 7 o'clock. And we got our table all set. There's my darling over there. We're right by the water. This is such a beautiful spot. The water just keeps coming, coming, coming. Oh, where it comes from. Unbelievable. Just beautiful. Over there. She's working her butt off at the cooking business. Looks like we might eat yet. It's actually 6:13. I couldn't look at my watch because I had it set for timing the rice. We had rice, corn, and we have pork chops. And I used my little extra grill thing so things don't fall through. And underneath I got another piece of expanded metal to keep the coals up off the ground. Worked out real nice. It's the third time we've
The letter.
Honey,
We never have a picture of everybody.
what are you doing up here? We're up at the state line of North Carolina. Is this North Carolina? And Tennessee. Yeah. The road winds up and back and forth and around and about. We're still at the border of North Carolina and Tennessee, and these are the mountains in the distance. And there's a road we're probably going to be on in a minute.
Wait, don't go any farther.
Killed by the Japanese people that came over here somehow. There's the mountains out there. And this mountains. There's a snowbird up here. Hi there, snowbird.
There's Junko.
What are you doing up here? This is too high for you.
He's eating some food.
This is where we're going up. Clingmans don't. There's a little lake down there. I don't know what it is, but barely visible. We're probably about 6,500 feet now.
Honey, I got binoculars.
That lake down there is Fontana Lake. No, that's right. I just wanted to get a picture down here. These trees. All the way at the top. Lois and I made it up with about 25 stops on the way. Here's some azalea. What do you call those, honey? What are these? Azaleas?
No. Rhododendron.
Rhododendrons. These rhododendrons are through the entire mountain area. Everywhere you look, there's rhododendrons, but they're not in. They just don't happen to be in bloom right now. We're about a month early, but the whole place is just full of them. Just nothing but beauty. One mountain after another. Just God. There he is.
Changing colors in Memphis, Tennessee. Halfway there, we'll be home by. Good night, America, how are ya? Hey, don't you know me? I'm your native son. I'm the train that calls the city of New Orleans.
Everybody's waiting to get on the train. The train's coming pretty soon. We got a look at that house down there, honey.
Look at the front view on the right-hand side of the train. This is the Fontana Reservoir. It was created by the construction of Fontana. You see it now. They created the Fontana Reservoir. For many years, it was the only means of communication up here in these mountains. Until they finally introduced telephone. Somebody will telegraph poles are still attached to the left-hand side of this trestle. Look across the lake on the left-hand side. See it? Broken up concrete coming down out of the trees up there. That was the main highway into one of those buildings that they destroyed. That was little Highway 11. It was, and they tore down that little building that was located right at the mouth of the little river.
Get over here so I can take a picture of you. Okay. Just don't be falling down there, honey. Just be careful. Just turn around. You don't have to go any further. There. Smile pretty.
Here we are on the train in the Smokies. We stopped by a waterfall to eat lunch, and it's really beautiful here. So I will take the water, Peter, distance and take the waterfall too.
Except for Daddy's got to make good eggs. I need one coffee cup.
Okay.
I only have 400, but they're packed away in boxes somewhere. And I have.
Do you know where the coffee cup is, honey?
Does she have to go in the truck to get it?
Huh? Where is it? Oh yeah, well I better get it
I
out.
gotta make some more coffee, I think. So, because I've been drinking on it because I didn't think you guys would drink it. Oh, it's real thick stuff.
Now this is
This is
Alton's.
where I made all my bacon.
This is Alton's workshop.
I put all the bacon in the.
That's his super
Don't
duper
look, show everything when all this food's over.
old timey drill press.
PK
There's a lathe that goes back a few days, and I'll tell you, it's a big one. And it's a beauty.
We had good pictures of this that we
It's
had.
an absolute beauty.
Of course, it didn't have a toaster oven on it when we cooked preaching.
Oh, is that a toaster oven? Oh, is that where we're cooking the
Pumpernickel.
pumpernickel in? Oh, that's neat.
Well, I have bacon ready, and I could make the toast.
There's a
but I didn't
bandsaw
wanna
that
make the
goes
toast.
back a day or two.
Eggs. Which I can make the eggs, but they're not going to be pretty. That's fine. Look at this. What? Oh, I thought you made it.
I think Lois is taking a
Yeah,
shower.
say something, Pamela. That's what you got to say, Pamela.
I'm glad the only pictures you're not sending home are the ones of me in the morning with my glasses on and my apron on, cooking in the shop. 'Cause that's the only picture.
Engineers.
The family might think, man, she's looking rough. But I always look rough in the morning, real rough.
Now tomorrow we can take pictures with both the doors open and you have plenty
Some
of light.
light. And you get to see Alton's little grandbaby girl.
Yes,
And
great.
then
We need to
get
find
see
Josh.
Randy's little teeny baby. He was born 10 pounds, 4 ounces. He was grown. He was lifting his head up the first day of life.
He sure was. Lift his head up. Darn sure did.
Now his daddy says he can lift his head up for a long time and leave it up for a few minutes.
Yeah, I got this thing
He's only
set.
Retro Glide by
What's that?
Raleigh. It's an
Oh.
old-fashioned bike.
Oh, yeah? Okay, what about this one over here? This is
I
what I
don't
like.
ride it.
This little whizzer bike. Brand new whizzer bike. Can you imagine?
We could put it in light too.
Yeah. Now there is one heck of a whizzer.
All new and improved. Wizard.
Look at that motor. Just like that electronic ignition. Jeez. And what else has it got that it doesn't have before?
Roller bearings in the crankcase.
Oh yeah, roller bearing and crankcase. And it's got the
My new bike, Dad.
latest type of brakes and everything.
Here's my new bike.
Oh my gosh. Well, you got two bikes?
That's the one she bought 73.
73 or
Oh my
74.
God.
With my own money.
I'll be darned.
Pete had a gold Continental, and I got a
Yeah.
Varsity, because that's what I could afford. You knew the names, and you knew, oh, I can never afford the Continental. I got to buy the Varsity. And I bought the lock and the bottle and the green cord thing. Everything had to match. And I've been matching everything ever since then. Matching, 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 matching. But I bought this. This blows up my tires. This is relatively new. But that's a
And
cool bike.
what kind of a Chrysler is this over here now? This is a
1947 Chrysler, New York.
1947. Oh my God. And this is,
All right, come on, let's go
Come
this
on.
way. Come on.
come on, talk. I think everybody's ahead of me.
Oh yeah, she went. I see back.
Yep.
Light.
Oh yeah.
Still not in it.
Oh. You can say something. Oh, this is Lois's favorite place. Somewhere to get some more stuff to put around. Rhododendrons, I guess, right, honey? Right. Are these those things that we were in the mountains with?
Yes, they're falling apart a little bit. Had it paid for. Get in his way.
Honey, you're walking right in front of me. Never mind. Dianthus and Delphinium.
For a few different reasons. First and foremost, this is what's known as a social hawk. Most birds of prey out in the wild are not social at all. They typically choose a single mate and they will live and hunt within a specific area or territory, whereas this bird prefers to live in groups and colonies and they hunt together in packs. In fact, they've been nicknamed the air wolf because their hunting technique is very similar to that of wolves. What they will do is they will get together in a group, maybe 5, 10 or more birds at a time. Some of those birds will actually get down on the ground, on foot, as it's being flushed out into the open by the birds on the ground. And that's what's known as cooperative hunting. Well, speaking of hunting, would you like to see Harriet do a little hunting for us here today? Are you sure? Yeah. All right. Well, let's see what we have over here. We're going to see if we can get her to clean up the stage a little more. So, a few treats left over from the birds in the last show. Right up here. All right. Harriet, up top, up. We're going to see if we can get her to do a little attack posturing for us today. And to do that, I'm going to present her with one of her favorite prey items. Let's see what we have in the bag here for her today. Oh, it's her favorite food. You catch it here. A leather bag. It is a family program. It's a simulated hunt. What we're going to do here is present her with this leather bag. She has been trained to attack just like she would attack prey out in the wild. At the last moment, I'm going to pull it away from her to simulate the prey trying to evade or get away from the predator, and we'll just see what she does to capture her prey. Harriet, other side, up. All right,
Something?
let's see what she does. Hup, hup. Hup, hup, hup. Now there's a lot of interesting things to talk about with owls in general. They have a lot of features that other birds don't have. The first thing we're going to notice while he's turned around here is that he has very large eyes. Those owl eyes do allow him to see things very well. And by the way, if you're wondering if it's harmful for him to be out during the daylight, the answer's no. There's an old wives' tale that says that owls can't come out during the daylight because it's harmful to their eyes, sort of like a vampire. But they can actually adjust the pupils of their eyes just like we can to let in just the right amount of light. Now, these birds have a lot of interesting features, and because they do have such large eyes, birds of prey in general can see about 8 to 10 times better than we can, but owls do have the exceptional ability of seeing things very well at night. It's been said that an owl only needs the light of one candle to see approximately 1 mile away. They have very, very good nighttime vision. Now, if there's not a lot of moonlight for them to see by at night, or there's not a lot of street lamps out in the forest, they do have another means of hunting. They have the ability to hear things very well also. Come over here, Orton. Weep. Come over here. Up. Now, if you notice at Horton's face, look around the outline of his face. There's sort of a black outline around there. That is the outline of what we call a facial disc. This is an inverted dish, sort of like a satellite dish, just like you get your television stations from. This allows them to funnel sounds through their facial structure into their ears, not those things on top of his head. Those are actually just tufts of feathers. They're not horns and they're not ears, but it is where he gets the name, the great horned owl, from. Now, he does have those ears or those tufts of feathers pointed up at the moment. Really, the only time they do that is picture of one of us, of a human. It does not make a friction sound when their feathers cross, so they don't make that familiar flapping sound that you would hear other birds making. Now that would be beneficial to them for hunting at night because a lot of the animals that they hunt for also have good hearing as well, like rabbits with big ears and mice and rats. They do eat rabbits, rats, squirrels, mice, snakes, and one of their favorite foods is the skunk. Which brings us to his next feature, his sense of smell. The American bald eagle. Please welcome Woodward. Hup, hup, hup. Welcome Woodward. Now this bird is our national emblem. He is a young bald eagle. These types of birds do not get that familiar white head and white tail until they've reached about 3 to 4 years of age. Now this bird is in captivity because if you notice his beak, it's a little deformed. His beak curved over the wrong direction when he was very young, so he's not able to use his beak as his knife and fork, and that's how the birds of prey eat their food, is by usually having that hooked beak, which allows them to rip and tear their food. Now, this bird almost was not our national emblem. There was one member among our founding fathers that really did not agree that this bird should be our national emblem. Does anybody know who that was? Ben Franklin, that's right. He actually was an ornithologist in his early years, so he knew a few things about birds of prey. And he also knew that this bird was actually one that prefers not to do much hunting. They do hunt, just not very often. It is primarily a scavenger, just like a vulture. Now they do hunt for shorebirds like ducks and seagulls, sometimes fish, but they would prefer to find an easy meal before they would go out and hunt, which we prefer to think of as very smart. However, Mr. Franklin made the comment that he thought that this bird was a bird of poor moral character because of that feature about this bird. Luckily for us, the rest of our founding forefathers disagreed with his nomination because they did not want to be known as a nation of turkeys. That's right. Fortunately for us. Now, Woodward's actually getting a little bit heated here, so we're going to go ahead and send him back. Let's say goodbye to Woodward, the American bald eagle. remember that these birds have been brought here to share with you their true beauty and majesty in demonstrating just a few of their natural abilities. They act as ambassadors to their counterparts in the wild, and they speak for those who cannot speak.
Fine.
Oh, okay. She does the diet drinks.
Now, sir, are you
What do you
taking-
got to say?
Are you?
Tell me
are
what you got to
taking
say.
My picture, because
You're
if
one in a
you
million
are,
if you
Tell me what
I will. I will do like I did with Pete Joe when they were here.
What?
Well, you know, I call him Pete Joe still. But anyway, when he and Naomi was here with the two boys, I just be myself and just run my mouth and everything, and just he was snapping pictures. So whatever.
So what's wrong with her?
I wouldn't even think of it.
Pajamas, no makeup.
I'm waiting.
Gotta be natural.
You're gonna wait for us to
Anything to
eat.
drink?
Yeah, I'm fine right
You don't need anything to drink.
This
I, on the other
is
hand, need some of
screened
my Aunt Dale's iced tea, but I got a little better first. Hey, this is new.
This is wonderful.
Yeah,
The
that's
only
right.
thing new is sugar.
The whole
I fixed
building
these.
right here.
I painted these. These were white,
Oh,
and
those
I
are
said
cute.
I don't
Nice.
want them white. I
She
wanted them
changed
the color of the.
everything.
Well, I wanted them the color of the trim on the
Yeah,
house.
it looks
So,
nice.
so I fixed those last night.
What, you gonna
and,
plant something in them?
No, it's gonna
Lois.
use as a
Here
trash
she's got
can.
the trash in both of them already.
I'm gonna use them as a trash
Lois should
can.
have something
I
planted
know
in there,
they're
I know.
planters,
You know,
but I'm use them.
Yeah.
Believe
sure
you
do.
me, some of the couples, Paula East is almost professional, but she does teach. And her friend of hers was there and the other night, and they just use all kind of, to me, they're close to professional.
Yeah.
I like to
love
watch
to
those
watch
Latin
it.
dance things, and Alton likes to watch all that Latin dance
Yeah,
stuff.
I like to watch. I ain't about to try it, but I'll watch.
I was glad
Pamela, get up and
most
do that again. I want to see how they were
guy
dancing.
people wouldn't let you sit there and watch Latin dance on
I
TV.
tell you one thing.
I only got 2 minutes left on this
I'd
tape.
give
I'm not gonna do
anything
that
if
whole
John could
series.
see her.
So, well, honey, oh, I'm glad you finished your plate. You know, because I was like a little baby child. I didn't finish my plate. I'm like, yeah, I'm filling out. Don't
I
worry about me.
remember when she was thin, very thin.
Remember that far back.
Yeah, I mean too thin. Really.
She went on that truck and just run
Well, you, in other words, you were sharing the blame.
No.
Oh,
No, no, it would be
You're not, you're not sharing the, oh! Look at him! If you
So
can
how come I couldn't
share
stay
the blame.
Because I was used to running a whole bunch
Oh.
of miles and rings around the medical center, I guess. I stayed still for a while.
Well, that,
And all of a sudden I looked down and my ankles were about the size of somebody else's. I'm like, whose legs are these? Whose legs are these? And why, when I stick my finger up to them, does it stay squashed in like for 25 minutes? So I thought I was dying of something.
Yeah.
And I thought, oh.
she was
What could be
thin
causing
when
that?
y'all got married, wasn't she?
And then I really thought I better call my
She's
doctor,
little.
and I did talk to my doctor's nurse. She's like,
I
and
think
when I had to go to the doctor when I needed to
She
go
fills
there,
out mine.
she's like, get
jeans
out of that truck and walk
and
some.
size
Drink some
8 or
water.
10 now.
You know,
Oh,
don't
she
drink
wears
so much
it well.
salt. What?
No, oh
Of
yeah,
course.
oh she
Anybody
does.
sits in a
She
truck
does.
all day.
Well,
legs are
she's
gonna
always
swell.
been
You
pretty
know, I mean,
to
you
me.
don't sit
But
for
when she
12
got
hours a day and not
real thin,
move around. Could you get out and walk a couple miles?
John was
I
real
was
worried
dying of
about
some-
her. He says
Something. I just
she
never
needs
swole.
to-
I never had children. I never
No,
swole.
right.
to eat more and everything.
My finger would stay
He was
squashed
kinda
in
worried about her.
forever.
And that was water? I mean, that was from not,
Inactivity,
Yeah.
me
Oh,
being who
boy.
I am, and not everybody might not have it, but some a lot of people do get swelling if you sit too much, don't do anything. Yeah, I'm filling out. Thanks for noticing, though.
She's kind of leveled off though, ain't Dale?
Yeah, I've leveled off. I mean, I bought these a couple of years before I met Alton, and I can wear them. But there are some things that I got that I just can't wear anymore because they're just too tight in the waist.
She's wearing mine that I wore about a couple of years ago. Cause I tell you what, if I didn't stroll from walking, I tell you the truth. If I didn't, I'd be Lord, no telling.
She does walk, and then when it's winter.